Those record job losses are a big part of what's driving the push to reopen the economy in the U.S. Today, the Trump administration's response to the pandemic came under more scrutiny. A whistleblower who was ousted from his post as a top health official testified the U.S. has no master plan and is not prepared to distribute a vaccine if one becomes available. Jackson Proskow reports.
Americans deserve the truth. The truth must be based on science.
Painting a stark portrait of a failed U.S. government response, Dr. Rick Bright laid out the pre-pandemic warnings that were ignored by the Trump administration.
Our nation was not as prepared as we should have been.
At one point, recalling an email from a U.S. supplier of medical masks.
Our N95 respirator supply was completely decimated. And he said, we're in deep shit. The world is, and we need to act. And I pushed that forward to the highest levels I could.
That was before nearly 85,000 Americans had lost their lives. Bright now believes the U.S. faces the darkest winter in modern history if it doesn't come up with a national coronavirus strategy soon.
The window is closing to address this pandemic.
A response that includes a plan to roll out a vaccine, which Bright cautions may not happen as soon as predicted.
A lot of optimism is swirling around a 12 to 18 month time frame. If everything goes perfectly, we've never seen everything go perfectly.
And I think we're going to have a vaccine by the end of the year.
Bright's career expertise has not been welcomed by the White House. He was forced out of his job as director of the federal office in charge of vaccines after questioning the use of unproven COVID-19 treatments like hydroxychloroquine pushed by the president.
He looks like an angry, disgruntled employee.
But the voices of dissent are growing louder.
There is a real risk that you will trigger an outbreak that you may not be able to control.
This week, America's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, questioned the wisdom of reopening schools and the economy as Trump has wanted.
To me, it's not an acceptable answer.
But polls show Americans are worried about reopening too quickly, and increasingly they disapprove of the job President Trump is doing handling the crisis. Days of damaging testimony create the impression that if there is a plan, it's coming too late. Donna?
Jackson Proskow in Washington, thanks.
The new series that goes inside the COVID-19 pandemic, from the front lines to the everyday heroes helping us cope with the unprecedented change. Coronavirus, the new reality. A Global News special, Sundays at 7 on Global.